How's it going, everyone? Jerry here, and welcome to a video where I talk about Patreon. Now, for those that don't know what Patreon is a website where you, the viewer, can support your favorite content creators through financial means. I've been a content creator for about 2.5 years now, both on Twitch and YouTube, and over the course of those 2.5 years, I have gotten an unbelievable amount of support. Never in a million years did I think I would get to where I am currently. On Twitch, I have about 6,700 followers, and on YouTube, I have about 4,000 subscribers. So when you take those two numbers and combine them, you get a crazy 10,000. 10,000 people love watching my content, and I would have never thought that would be a reality. I started doing this just because I wanted to share my experiences and my love for Pokemon on the internet. And here we are, guys, 2.5 years later, with a crazy amount of people just, for whatever reason, they like watching some idiot play Pokemon. And I'm honestly getting a little emotional just saying that out loud and just hearing myself say that so many people just love watching what I do. And I guess this is where we get to the Patreon side of things. So over the past couple of months, I've had people come to me directly and ask me if there are more ways to support me than just your typical follow on Twitch or subscribe on YouTube. Now, don't get me wrong, guys. If you follow and subscribe on YouTube, that is support enough for me. That is really support enough for me, because that tells me that you enjoy watching my content, and that just tells me that you enjoy coming out to the live streams. But if for some reason you feel like following and subscribing isn't support enough for you, then this is where Patreon comes in. For those that don't know, Patreon is a website where you can support your favorite content creators. I'm pretty sure I said that in the beginning of the video, but that's exactly what Patreon is. It's a way for people who want to go above and beyond to support their content creators to do just that in the form of financial means. So every month you guys can pledge a certain amount that you desire, and you know, it will be used in however the content creator wants to use the money that you pledge. I am going to be obviously investing any amount that I get on Patreon to the channel, whether it be through forms of graphics or just buying new games to make content for, and that's pretty much all there is to it. Now, again, it's also up to the content creator to decide whether they want to reward their Patreons. And for me, I am planning on rewarding anyone that decides to pledge. So for example, here on the side, we have the reward section. And if you pledge $1 per month, then you are a contributor and you will be given many, many things. And I will personally handshake you and give you a hug, maybe even both, if desired, whenever we meet personally. That's at a convention or what have you. And guys, before I proceed with the rewards, I don't want any of you to feel pressured, and I don't want you to think that this is required for you guys to enjoy my content. This is by no means required. I don't want you guys to feel pressured, because I will never ask you guys to give me money. Never. Again, I've said this many times in this video already, but Patreon is designed for you, the viewer, to help your content creators do what they love to do every day. So if you feel like you want to support me in more ways than just subscribing and following, then this is for you. So again, I will give you a handshake or a hug, and I will also give you 2 Pokemon of your choosing, whether you want them to be shiny, competitive, whatever. You decide the Pokemon you want, and I will personally give them to you. Because we are a Pokemon channel, I felt like it was only fitting for me to do that for you guys. And I also have another area of pledging. So it's going to be $3 per month, and I will feature your username in the description of any video, if I can speak correctly, of any video that I make for that particular month. And you will also have the chance of joining me for a live stream, whether it be a Wonder Trade live stream, a shiny hunting live stream, what have you. You decide when you want to hop in. I will give you the link to the Discord, and you and I will be in a call, and you know, you'll feel what it's like to be a live streamer. It's honestly fun. I've done that before. It's such a cool thing. And in addition to all of that, you will also get a complete team of Pokemon that you want, whether it be competitive again or shiny or whatever. You have the choice of choosing 6 Pokemon, and I will give them to you. And that is pretty much the Patreon for our channel. Now, of course, like I said before, guys, I don't want you to feel pressured. I don't want you to feel like it's required for you guys to, you know, become a patron. It's up to you. It's your money. You do what you want with your money. But I've just figured I would make this a little more public. I never really talk about my Patreon because I've always felt like, you know, if I talk about it, it would sort of imply that I'm asking for money, when in reality I'm not, because I don't really talk about it. But I figured I would just make this public now because, you know, I have gotten people ask me if there's a way to support the channels in more way than just one, and they want to go above and beyond, and Patreon just happens to be the place for that. So yeah, that's pretty much the video on Patreon, guys. I know that this video was just super weird and out of left field, and my commentary and explaining about Patreon really didn't make much sense, but I hope you guys have gathered enough and understand what I'm talking about. So if you guys took the time out of your day to listen to me ramble about Patreon, then thank you all so much for doing so. I love you all so much, and I guess I'll see you guys here for the next video. So until then, guys, stay awesome. I love your faces. Bye.